This is for the Justice Department. I've been going on the Civil Rights Department and complaining about the Raleigh community, the Raleigh police, and seeing the spirit of them. And when I was just out there today at 8 o'clock p.m., and I was out there, and I told them I know my rights. They wanted to intimidate me and stay in their power. So I want them to know what I'm writing the civil rights, and I just wrote them. And I want them to know me doing the civil rights thing. And on the hold up right fast on my I'm on my civil rights thing, and I want them to know when I was on that sidewalk today, I told them I still have a right to be here, go on. They wanted to intimidate and stay in their power. And you gotta watch that. And I'm doing a YouTube video, my friends, because I'm on civil rights right now. And I'm doing a YouTube video right now, and I'm on civil rights right now. And I just reported it right now to civil rights. Right now, y'all see this right now, everybody. Before I stop my video, right? To talk about street brutality and all of that. When I told them I didn't have to go nowhere, they wanted to intimidate and stay in their power. So that's the thing when we making that complaint against the Raleigh police officers in the community, that I told you I have a right to be here. Your people doing that to me. So doing that to me in their cars. So yeah, you go to civil rights talk about street brutality. But the police wanted to stay in his power. They wanted to stay in their power. They wanted to prove that I'm wrong and they right. So it's about intimidation was on that sidewalk. And that's what I'm telling them. It was about intimidation. I warned them before and the guy say, probably be. No, don't try to act like you in the right and you right and you're wrong. No, you're wrong. You shouldn't have even came up to me and you know they was wrong about the situation. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's about the civil rights thing. You know, um, 30 million for life for intimidation, for standing right there and intimidating. That's intimidation. Standing right there intimidating while I'm sitting on the sidewalk. And I told you I'm not going nowhere. So I told him to think long and hard. You forced me. And I told him, you know that red light was going. You wanted to intimidate me. You wanted to show that you're in charge. And this is what I just told her. And this is going to the Justice Department and going to Governor Abbott. This is going to Governor Abbott and the Justice Department. It's going to go to the Justice Department on YouTube. And I already sent them a message. You wanted to intimidate me. They're going to see that camera on that sidewalk. You wanted to intimidate. You stood right there and you wanted to intimidate. You had a chance to leave, but you wanted to show that you're right. And I told you about my civil rights. You wanted to intimidate. And you got to see that's intimidation. Why they looking at me? That's intimidation. So that's intimidation. So we're going to aim. So that's intimidation. So they're going to lose this battle. And he said, probably be. No, you're going to lose because you sit up there and you're intimidated. So they wanted to carry on and be stupid. They wanted to carry it on. You forced me across the street. And you intimidated. You tried to put fear. And that's the problem. You're intimidated. Let me see if I can get a number. I'll contact them in the morning. And I'm going to tell them I filed my civil rights complaint. And you check, no, because they want the progress. And that's he should have never did what he did when he forced me. When he forced me. You forced me. You stood right there and you intimidated. And that's what you're intimidated. So you're intimidated. He's still right there and he's intimidated. You know, you sit up there, you want the camera to see you while you intimidating. And they try to see, oh, you're intimidating. And that camera can't see that lady's face when she intimidating. So when I told her, she should have thought about what before she wrote it. She intimidating. And they're going to look at the threats that's been going on. So they making it more harder on themselves. So I told her your job is at stake here. So they wanted to intimidate and stay in their power. That's the thing. They wanted to intimidate. They wanted your people doing that first. It's both sides of the situation. So now, and I'm gonna tell them, and I'm gonna tell them what that thing said. It's gonna be a racist Rowlett judge. God said when the way they've been behaving themselves. So they making it more. I warned him before he took that thing out, right? I warned him when I was on my shit. He wanted to have, and then he get mad in the car. I warned you. When you forced me, I didn't. You stay right there agitating the situation. You provoked it by tunting and laughing while you provoked it. That's tunting. That's provoking it. So we want to see how many people going to abuse their power now. I want to see how this is going to go. Is Dallas they're going to pull the same thing that Dallas pulled? The stupidity and the lies? We want to see how this far this is going to go. They wanted to do it anyway after you forced me. And then you tunting while you're tunting while it's going on. So you're forcing it. And you're tunting. So that's another thing that's going on. Tunting while I'm sitting in the middle of the thing, tunting and looking and smiling and laughing, provoking it. So you waited right there and you caused the behavior. So I actually told him, So that's provoking it. She got the camera. They gonna see. They got the camera, but they tempting why the camera is on me. So you need to see the tempting that's involved. Don't tell me what people doing, why they doing the same thing, and you're doing what they doing. So we have to understand this is for the Justice Department, you know, and the civil rights leaders to look at this. So I told the president I want their jobs because they instead of pushing it. No, you ain't talking about what they doing, instigating. You ain't talking about. I'm on my phone. Let me talk to the people. I gotta keep my eyes open, and they don't want people to keep their eyes open. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch out for people like that, man. You gotta watch out for people like that. You gotta watch out for them. So yeah.